Some Toyota Camry models will quietly cross 300,000 miles with little more than oil changes. Others struggle to make it past 100,000 before serious engine trouble shows up. Same badge, same reputation, completely different ownership experience. So which Camry years are truly bulletproof and which ones should you avoid at all costs? Today on Car Guide Hub, we're separating the legends from the landmines. The Toyota Camry has long been the benchmark mid-size sedan in the US, and increasingly respected in parts of Europe as well. It built its identity on durability, predictable ownership costs, and resale strength. But even icons have weak chapters. As automakers push toward future cars, hybrid efficiency, and more advanced platforms, every generation reflects a balance between innovation and long-term reliability. In this video, we'll walk through the worst Camry years to avoid and the best model years to buy instead. We'll break down engine issues, safety concerns, redesigned growing pains, and the turning points where Toyota corrected course. Whether you're shopping for a dependable commuter, comparing sedans to luxury SUVs, or considering how hybrids and EVs are reshaping the market, this guide will help you make a smarter decision. Let's start with the Camry years you should approach with caution. One of the most discussed problem years is the 2009 Camry. By this point in the XV40 generation, Toyota's 2.4-liter four-cylinder had accumulated enough miles in the real world to reveal a serious flaw: excessive oil consumption. Owners reported losing a quart every 800 to 1,000 miles without visible leaks. Over time, that oil loss led to worn piston rings, internal damage, and costly repairs. Toyota issued service bulletins, and some engines were rebuilt under extended warranty, but many cars on the used market today never received the fix. Two identical 2009 Camrys can have completely different futures, depending on service history. Closely related is the 2007 Camry, the launch year of that same generation. It arrived with bold styling, improved comfort, and strong early sales, but early production models suffered from the same 2AZ FE four-cylinder oil burning issues. Add in some transmission hesitation complaints and electronic glitches, and 2007 quickly became one of the most issue-heavy Camry years. Buyers considering one today need detailed service records and ideally proof of engine repairs. The 2010 Camry continued the oil consumption narrative. While not every vehicle was affected, the unpredictability is what concerns buyers. Some examples run smoothly well past 200,000 miles. Others begin burning oil before 100,000. That inconsistency makes it a gamble, especially for buyers without documented maintenance history. If we go further back, the 1999 to 2001 Camry models carry a different risk: engine sludge. Toyota's 2.2-liter and 3-liter engines from the late 1990s developed a reputation for sludge buildup when oil change intervals were neglected. Thickened oil could clog passages and starve internal components. Toyota launched a large repair program at the time, but today, more than 20 years later, service records are often incomplete. These cars can be long-lasting, but only if meticulously maintained. Even the redesigned 2012 Camry had a moment of concern. While it brought improved refinement and strong hybrid sales, early builds struggled in the IIHS small overlap test. Structural weaknesses around the driver's side footwell led to a poor rating, prompting Toyota to reinforce later production models. It wasn't a mechanical failure, but for safety-focused buyers, it's a detail worth noting. Now let's shift to the Camry years that consistently earn praise from mechanics and long-term owners. The 2004 to 2006 Camry stands out as a quiet hero. This was the final stretch of the XV30 generation, a platform introduced in 2002 and steadily refined. By 2004, most early bugs were resolved. The 2.4-liter four-cylinder and available V6 engines proved durable when maintained properly. These models are simple, mechanical, and less burdened with complex electronics. For buyers prioritizing reliability over the latest tech, this generation remains one of the safest bets. The 2011 Camry represents the final year of the XV40 generation and a turning point. By then, many of the oil consumption issues had been addressed, either through updated piston rings or warranty repairs. Reliability surveys improved dramatically, transmission behavior smoothed out, and electronics were relatively straightforward. It's the definition of a late-cycle car that benefited from years of real-world feedback. Then we reach the 2015 Camry, a mid-cycle refresh that quietly transformed the XV50 generation. Toyota updated more than 2,000 parts, refining suspension tuning, cabin insulation, and interior materials. While the engines remained largely the same, they had matured. Reliability ratings were strong, and safety scores rebounded after earlier crash test concerns. The 2.5-liter four-cylinder and 3.5-liter V6 proved dependable, and owner satisfaction climbed. The 2017 Camry, the final year of that generation, might be the most underrated used sedan in America. No experimental features, no brand new powertrains, just proven components refined over time. Toyota Safety Sense became widely available, bringing adaptive cruise control and pre-collision braking into the mainstream. For buyers who want modern safety tech without first-year risk, 2017 is a compelling choice. Finally, we arrive at the 2018 to 2020 Camry, built on Toyota's TNGA platform. This wasn't just a redesign, it was a philosophical shift. The center of gravity dropped, the chassis stiffened, suspension tuning sharpened. Suddenly, the Camry wasn't just reliable, it was engaging to drive. The new 2.5-liter dynamic force engine delivered improved efficiency and more responsive performance. The 3.5-liter V6 remained smooth and strong. The hybrid models became especially impressive, with a real-world fuel economy pushing beyond 50 miles per gallon. As EVs and future cars gain attention, the Camry Hybrid quietly demonstrated how efficient internal combustion and electrification can coexist. Interior quality also stepped up. Softer materials, more intuitive infotainment, and better noise insulation gave the Camry a near-premium feel. Reviewers began comparing it to entry-level luxury sedans rather than just mainstream rivals. Reliability scores remained strong, with only minor early software updates required in some cases. Here's the big takeaway. The Camry's reputation for reliability is real, but it isn't automatic. The best years share a common theme: late-cycle refinement, proven powertrains, and engineering stability. The worst years tend to cluster around new engines, untested updates, or transitional efficiency pushes. As automakers move toward 2026 cars, advanced hybrids, and fully electric platforms, this pattern matters. Early adoption can bring innovation, but maturity brings dependability. The 2018 to 2020 Camry proves that Toyota can evolve without sacrificing its core strengths. It blends modern design, improved driving dynamics, and strong reliability into one package. That balance is what keeps the Camry relevant, even in a market increasingly dominated by luxury SUVs and EV crossovers. So, which Camry years should you avoid? Primarily 2007 to 2009, especially with the 2.4-liter engine and incomplete service history. Approach 2010 carefully. Be cautious with late 1990s models unless maintenance records are perfect, and double-check early 2012 crash test builds. Which years stand out? 2004 to 2006 for simplicity, 2011 for late-cycle polish, 2015 and 2017 for refined reliability, and 2018 to 2020 for the best blend of modern performance, efficiency, and long-term durability. The Camry story is more nuanced than its reputation suggests, and as the industry pivots toward electrification, advanced driver assistance, and bold concept cars, understanding these patterns will help you evaluate not just the Camry, but any vehicle you're considering. If this breakdown helped you, like the video and share it with someone shopping for a sedan. Comment below with the year you own or the one you're considering, and subscribe to Car Guide Hub for more deep dives into the cars shaping today's roads and tomorrow's future.